First and foremost, disclaimer, I'd like to make note that I do not own the rights to the picture that you see or any sounds you may hear. So I would like to put that first and foremost out there. Also, I'd like to welcome you to Insanity. And today we have so much going on, so many things going on. In this world, people care so much about random things. Personally, I think a lot of stupid things too. And apparently, we need to care. Why? Who knows? What good does it do us? If you look at how the world works or seems to work, if you're not a good person, you get ahead in this world somehow. For some reason, some way. If you're not a good person, if you're kind, respectful, loving, caring, world just seems to want to chew you up and spit you back out. If you're an asshole, rude, overall just not a good person, the world seems to be like, oh, we will lay down at your feet and let you trample all over us. Why? Why does the world seem to work that way? Especially when you're working and everything. I mean, look at your job. Look at anybody in your workplace. If you're rude, disrespectful, have a uncaring attitude, most of those people seem to get ahead. They get promoted above you. You know, they don't work as hard or don't seem to work as hard, everything else like that. And again, everything just seems to go their way and be like, yeah, hey, yeah, let's give this person whatever they want. Welcome to how the world works. Lie, cheat, steal, whatever you have to do. That's the only way to seem to get ahead in the world. It's not the only thing, though, either. So many people, myself included, are guilty of the fact of where, not even just in the workplace, relationship wise, we seem to enjoy finding the ones that are horrible to us, mistreat us, treat us like garbage, trash. And we're just like, no, 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 this is what we want. This is it. This is the golden opportunity here. And we do. We try our damnedest as well to be nice, kind, caring, loving, treat them like queens, kings, whatever, and it never seems to be fucking enough. But we do it to ourselves. Is it nice? Is it kind? Is it fair? No. But we also don't stop it. We're part of the problem. Every person that does that is part of the problem. Because, again, we're feeding into what they want. You want to know who cares about you? Stop texting first. Stop messaging first. Stop caring first. See who reaches out first. See who makes that effort. And you'll start to see a pattern and everything else like that. Very few people in your life, I would have no doubt, are actually ones who bother to reach out first. And you don't want to reach out first either because you're like, God, if I text them, if I message them, if I say anything to them, I'm probably bothering them. They're not gonna like it. They'll be irritated. Rightfully so. Whatever else, everything that causes you to stop you yourself from doing it, or you listen to what they say, and eventually they start getting annoyed, and they go, just stop, da da la. And you realize, wow, been doing what they want, and this is what I get for it. Again, it's that nice, kind, now helpful, no. But what are you going to do about it? What can you do about it? There's nothing because they don't want to be treated decently. They're too afraid. They don't know how to react and they don't know how to act about it. You know, I want to treat you with respect. I want to be nice. I want to be your friend. Okay? But apparently I have to treat you like shit. I have to be an asshole. I have to be a prick. I have to be a bitch. I have to be a bastard. Whatever term you'd like to use for that seems to be what the go-to thing is. Oh well, da da la. No, no, no. You're being nice and kind and everything else like that. Fuck that. I don't want that shit. You know, and we did so many bad things to ourselves too. I mean, at some point we're probably gonna kill off our entire species. Mass genocide. That's what we're gonna head to, and that's what we're heading to. I have no doubt about that. And odd thing, random thought, everything else like that, whatever you want to call it too. Uh, Especially for religion, we're gonna weirdly go into religion and touch on that subject a bit for me. I think any religion that has or believes in a single deity, divine being, whatever you want to call it, is absolutely wrong. Why? Because there are too many cultures, religions out there that all believe in multiple deities. A pantheon. Different names, obviously, but they all basically do the same exact thing. Specific names and such like that, but their jobs are basically the same. What they are gods of are all the same, basically. It seems a little too weird to be coincidental. Not only that, but we've been all over the planet numerous times, starting from the first of man till now and everything. We have three civilizations that ended up, poof, vanishing. No idea why they vanished. And, you know, given everything, how did we never come across them sooner? You have pyramids that were buried in Egypt and such. There have been people in Egypt for who knows how long, and yet pyramids still manage to get buried in the sand, buried deep. How did that happen if there's people there still? You mean to tell me nobody ever saw them again? Nobody ever ran across them again? Now, something's not right with that one. Same with all the other temples and everything that have been buried and got buried. The earth reclaimed them, as it were. You mean to tell me nobody ever found those places again? However long it would take for the planet to regrow over them and bury them as deep as they did, nobody found them. No, that doesn't make sense either to me. How can something that large and buildings that large and everything get buried beneath the earth as far as they did as well, and nobody came across them again? I know I'm crazy and all that shit, but that seems even crazier than anything I would have thought. So what buried them? What caused them? What made these civilizations just disappear, it seems like? What prevented anybody else from ever finding them? And, making sure they didn't get buried. And also the traps that are left in them. Apparently there's still traps to prevent grave robbers and anything along those lines. And you are going to tell me that for, 1,000 years, these what's classified as archaic traps managed to remain intact, not degrade in any shape or form, and everything else like that. You don't find that weird either? Perfectly preserved? How? Even if something's perfectly preserved, given enough time, it would eventually deteriorate, stop functioning, or not be as effective, and yet it still seems like all these traps are definitely still working. Pyramids as well. How did they get built, really? We still don't even really know. Who came up with the design, too? Why did they come up with those specific designs? Why that kind of design? What made them go, this is what we want. This is what our design needs to be. How did they survive? Because again, they get buried, even in sand and everything. Okay, sand doesn't weigh enough, or a lot, but they get buried deep enough for long enough. It should eventually cause problems. Sure, we have portions that are collapsed and everything, but how does not everything get completely and utterly destroyed at that point? You would think after one section gets taken out, it kind of just crumble and take out everything else, but no, no. One section gets taken out, the rest is still fine. How? That weight distribution would have been broken, fucked up, and put more pressure on everything else, and yet everything else seemed fine still. How did that happen? Why did it happen? I'd also like to note too that if you do enjoy the content and everything, please do make sure to hit the subscribe button, the like, and leave a comment on anything you'd be curious about discussing, uh, or want me to discuss, talk about, however you'd like to word it. And if you would like to take part, please let me know what your Discord name is. I will gladly add you to my Discord, and we can talk about whatever subject you'd like to as well. Get your points of view, see what you like, what you'd like to talk about, and see where it goes from there. This one's only going to be a short one today just because, well, we're going to have more to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow I will go longer on to the discussion about civilizations that are long gone now. Buildings and temples and everything else like that that magically, nobody found anymore, or they randomly stumbled across, buried, whatever. But for now, I just wanted to give you something to possibly think about. Possibly go, get those brain juices going. And also, again, as I stated earlier, too, I do not own the rights to any of the music, the picture, or anything like that you've seen. And so, with that, My friends, have a good day, have a good night, and let insanity take hold.